So you guys know, twice a week, I do these sessions. They're only 30 minutes long, okay? And we do something called Crypto Talk. And basically, I share all the knowledge I've acquired in crypto since 2015 till now, having the success that I've had with you guys. I teach you the strategies, how this thing actually works, and how you can take advantage of these opportunities. You guys know currently I have 2 open trades, and then of course I've been dollar cost averaging into a few different coins. Who's been following what I've been doing? All right, so you can see Bitcoin. I'll just look at this real quick. We're at 30,341. Okay, we have some major resistance here. We got to get above 32. And you guys can see this has been a level multiple times. So in 2021, in the bull market, we came down to that $30,000 level. Then we went from basically 54 down to there to almost 70, right? That was a major, major level. So a lot of trading is around that $30,000 level. And if we get above 32, you're pretty much going to go straight to 38, almost 40,000. And if you look at it right now, I can show you real quick. This is when we dropped actually from 40, basically right here, 40,000 to 30,000 in a matter of like 5 to 6 days. You guys see that? There's literally like no trading that happened between there. So there's going to be no resistance on the way up if we get the volume to get through the $32,000 level and close the daily above there. You guys have seen, though, the market's starting to pick up steam. This was pretty much right here. This event was very pivotal because we were basically trying these levels at this $30,000 area, and we were really struggling to get through it, and we came back and tested the $25,000 level, which became a level of previous resistance, became support, right? And we bounced off of that, and we luckily bounced off of it the same day that we heard BlackRock was filing an ETF, so that was like a perfect kind of timing thing that protected that position, and we still worked our way up, and we've been range trading, as you guys can see, for about the last week or two right in here, okay? That's what we've been doing. We got to get above 32, though, to really have that next leg up. Does that make sense? Okay. So you guys know I have 2 open positions. This is a pretty good entry on this one, right? So we entered this company called TeraWolf. It's a Bitcoin miner. I basically was researching their business for a very long time. They are guys that came from the energy sector, okay? They actually built the #1 market cap Bitcoin mining company in the world's first facility, Marathon. You guys ever heard of Mara? Okay? It's the biggest Bitcoin miner in the world today. That's a publicly traded company, market cap-wise. Over $1 billion+ market cap, okay? They were actually the energy providers, because they came from the energy space, to help them build the infrastructure for their first facility. They built their first facility and said, man, we're making these guys a lot of money. We, the energy people, we got to learn about this Bitcoin thing, and we're going to build our own facilities. So they decided to start their own company called TeraWolf, okay? Cool thing about TeraWolf is they're in the top 2 in the entire world of public Bitcoin miners for the lowest cost per Bitcoin, because their energy is extremely cheap. Okay, does that make sense? They actually have 2 different facilities. One's in Pennsylvania, one's in New York. One's off of nuclear power. It's a nuclear facility, pretty unique. And then upstate New York, it's hydro. But they got 2 different facilities, and their average cost per kilowatt of power, okay, is around 3 cents, baked in between their New York and their Pennsylvania facility. That's unheard of. Most companies are paying like 5.5, 6. They're in that range, especially the ones in Texas, like the bigger ones that you guys have all know of, the miners. So I was like, okay, this company is going to be in position to do incredible things. And this was when they were at about 2.5 exahash, which the biggest ones are about, let's just say 10 to 13 in that range. Exahash, meaning the amount of power and the amount of Bitcoin they're able to mine a day, just trying to dummy things down, right? But they were basically in that 2.5 with this low cost, but they had plans to go to 5.5 very quickly. So I found this company where in 2021, when Bitcoin was at basically almost $70,000, this thing got all the way up to $44 a share, okay, off of nothing, just like complete speculation. They didn't really have a valuable business at that point. They were building the infrastructure. So I seen this thing come down all the way below $1, and you guys could see it was range trading right here. Some of you got in a little before this price, but I actually high watermark everything. So I basically called out a trade that I personally did at 75 cents a share, okay? That was a few months back. Every trade that I've been doing in the crypto market with you guys that is equities related, whenever we double our money, we take out our initial principal and we let the house money ride. Why? Crypto is extremely volatile, but when the bull market comes, it's all good. The gains are going to be there, but there's no risk of you losing any money. Does that make sense? So what happened? We got in at 75 cents a share. We doubled our money. We got to $1.50. Okay? Meaning if you had $10,000 in the trade, the 10 became 20. We took out the initial 10. Make sense? And now we've let this thing ride. Today you could see we actually got to a new high since we entered the trade. We got all the way up to about $2.75 a share. We're at $2.62 right now. So in real time, let's just do $2.62. Boom. That's a 250% increase from the entry. Okay? So that's what we did on that one so far. That's an open trade. It's a risk-free trade. And guess what? We're not going to mess with these positions. Because what are we doing? We're following the Bitcoin cycle. Bitcoin cycle, you guys know, I've been teaching this to you guys and preaching it to you. Bull market high to bear market low is about 12 to 13 months. We actually did bull market high to bear market low 12 months on the exact day in this cycle. From 2021, November of 21, we topped out around 70 grand. We bottomed out November of 22 around 15.5. Okay? And what's happened since then, guys? Slowly working our way back up. So how do Bitcoin miners trade? How does companies that have crypto-related, businesses trade? They trade with the price of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's going up, these things will actually be a leverage play on Bitcoin. They'll do many more multiples than Bitcoin will do. Pretty interesting stuff, right? So, right now, you guys can let this thing ride. Probably I'll tell you, I'll update you of what I'm personally doing, but probably till 2025. And it's a very high likelihood, let's say we don't even get all the way back to an all-time high, which is possible, we could definitely make it back to the $15 to $17 a share range. Pretty insane ROI, right? Damn, you guys don't like making money. Shit. Boring people. All right. I won't give you guys no more trades. It's good. Okay? Okay? I've never lost one for the company yet in 2 years, and you guys, shit. Of course, past results never guarantee future returns, right? Of course. I'm going to lose one eventually. Okay, so Coinbase. You guys know, I've known Coinbase is primed to completely run this industry since the beginning, how they built their business. Brian Armstrong's a very intelligent person. They did things by the book where other exchanges were like the wild west, as you guys know. CZ with Binance. They broke so many laws, so many rules to try to grow their businesses so fast, which is great. You can make a lot of money doing that. But once regulation comes in, you're going to be in a lot of trouble, okay? Coinbase, of course, has their own case with the SEC right now. But guess what? When BlackRock and Fidelity and the biggest institutions in the world in traditional finance are still going to partner up with you, that's a pretty good sign, okay? What did Rob say earlier? Who runs the world? They run the world, okay? So that's how this thing goes. You guys can see this trade. We basically got it at the bottom, as you can see. Some of you got it a little below this, but we high watermarked it at $40 a share, okay? $40 a share. You guys know at that price, this company was actually valued less than they were actually selling their funding rounds before it was even a publicly traded company in 2018. Private funding rounds to get equity of this company was at a higher valuation than that stock price when we entered that trade, which is pretty crazy, which is earlier this year, okay? From here, you guys can see, same philosophy. Got in at 40, let's say you had 10 grand in the trade, doubled your money to, let's just say, from 10, let's just say you entered, got to $20,000, took the initial principal off, we're letting the house money ride. You guys can see we're at $81 a share currently in real time, okay? This thing, it's a very interesting one, because if you actually analyze what's going on here, there was some significant positions that were on the short side of this trade just a few weeks ago, okay? And there's still some significant positions there that are eventually going to have to flip and go with us, or they're going to get their positions blown out. That's just what's going to happen. So there's like a potential squeeze scenario, a smaller scale squeeze. You guys probably seen that with like GameStop and stuff. There's a smaller scale, but it's a squeeze that potentially is coiling up right now. And I would not be surprised if you see some more good news happening with Coinbase over the next few weeks. You get like a 30% day because it will literally go crazy because so much of the float was still short. Okay, and they're going to have to decide where they want to go with that thing. So these are the two positions we currently have open. You guys happy with these two positions? So what was my philosophy here? My philosophy is, of course, I get you exposure to crypto, but wouldn't it be great to have exposure to some of the best companies in crypto as well? And have risk-free exposure? You guys have zero risk. You exited the trade with your initial principal. You let the house money ride on these trades. Let it go for the next year and a half. Okay, when Bitcoin's at over $100,000, what do you think these stocks are going to be trading at? You don't think these companies' valuations is going to go up significantly? They follow Bitcoin, guys. It's literally how it goes. Everything's extremely correlated. So check that out for sure. Who's in both these trades right now? Is anyone actually in both of these trades? Okay, and you followed it to the T, like I've been teaching you. Could anyone prove that to me? Can anyone actually show me that they actually followed? I heard this person comes up to me the other day, he's like, I closed the trade. Okay, not financial advice, but I tell you what I do. I didn't close the trade. You just missed out on another 50-60% last week. That's on you, right? Who's been following the methodology? Okay, can someone show it and prove it, like phone, screen? I don't care how big your position is. I don't care anything. I just want to see that you actually did it.
I don't have Wi-Fi here.
Receipts.
Okay. But I have screenshots.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that's like terrible.
Okay.
But I don't have Coinbase.
You still have them open though, the trades?
Yes, I still have open. If I have Wi-Fi, I can show you that.
I want someone who's got both. Who's got both positions? Who's got a Coinbase position and a TerraWolf position? Okay, that's Coinbase. Where's TerraWolf? Oh, so okay. I want someone who's got both.
Coinbase and
TerraWolf. He's got both. Okay? Okay? So this right here, okay? This is a 24-karat gold-plated stainless steel Bitcoin wallet. Okay? These things, you could send Bitcoin right to this card, and it's actually a Bitcoin wallet. You see it's a Bitcoin logo? It's a gold card. Okay? You got one of these, bro. Heavy. It's heavy. These things are heavy. You hit someone with this. Woo. Okay? Next question. Okay? All right. So let me get back to what I was doing. I like when we leave the chart and the chart keeps going up, right? It's nice. It's a good sign. Let's see how this thing's doing. This thing's working its way back up towards today's highs. We like that. All right. So, who's been dollar cost averaging into the coins that I've been dollar cost averaging into the last year? Any of you guys? Yeah. Okay. You guys know what those coins are? Can anyone name those coins, those exact coins that I've been dollar cost averaging into over the last year? Hey, stop yelling out specific, like, you're going to give them the whole list. Someone put their hand up and I'll call on them. She just came up. I can't call on her right now. I got to give someone else something else. All right, back left. What are the 6 coins that I've been dollar cost averaging into the last year?
Litecoin, Chainlink, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot.
Yep. Come here. Okay. So what do I teach? Of course, right now, we're at about a $1.2 trillion market cap in crypto. okay? I believe when I build a portfolio, at least 60% of my portfolio should be in Bitcoin and ETH. At least 60%, minimum. Why is that? Because it's basically eliminating partial risk, right? It's a more of a conservative approach to the crypto market because those are the two flagship assets, okay? Bitcoin and ETH are basically the blue chip stocks of the crypto market at this current time. Does that make sense? There's a very high likelihood that they're here compared to 99% of the other assets. That's the reality of it, okay? So you guys know, I believe you should have 60% plus of your portfolio in Bitcoin and ETH. That could be 30-30, 50-10. You guys know I'm more heavily in ETH than Bitcoin. Why? I just believe ETH will do bigger multiples in the next bull market. That's just my personal opinion. I also like staking my ETH and getting a ROI on my ETH. Also, ETH today, as you guys know, is deflationary, meaning Bitcoin actually still inflates right now. You guys know through the process of mining, we own a Bitcoin mining stock, TerraWolf. You guys know 900 new Bitcoin come into the world every day. You guys know that, right? You guys don't know that. I clearly could tell. 900 new Bitcoin come into the world every single day. Is that good for supply and demand? That's not good. That's like the U.S. government printing money. The Fed, for example, printing money. That's the same concept. That's not good. Unique thing about Bitcoin is every 4 years we have something called the Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving is going to happen March, April of next year. Every time the Bitcoin halving happens, bull market. Why? Because people trade it. It's like anything else. You guys know why your strategies in trading work, right? You know why your technical analysis works, right? Because so many other people believe in the same technical analysis, they trade it the same way. You guys know that's the only reason financial markets do what they do. If there was some theory that everyone in the world believed today, that theory would work. The only reason the theory works now that you're trading is because so many people believe in that theory and they're trading it the same way. You guys understand this, correct? So people trade the halving event. That is when every 4 years the amount of Bitcoin that comes into the world every single day gets cut in half. So we're going to go from 900 Bitcoin a day, which we're currently at, to the top of next year, going to 450 a day. Supply shock, okay? Eventually, we max out at 21 million Bitcoin, but slowly but surely over the years, you go in half, 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 and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, does that make sense? So when we talk about the crypto cycle, when I teach you guys about this, from bull market high to bear market low, it's about 12 to 13 months. We did 12 months on the T. Then guess what? We slowly work our way back up. And then once we get to the halving, it typically sparks the bull market. We will probably most likely, if the cycles play to the theory that they had the last 3 times, we're going to top out probably around the second quarter of 2025. Does that make sense? Okay? But what's very unique about this situation? Historically, in crypto specifically, the bull markets have been fueled by retail customers, meaning you guys in this room. It's been a retail game. This will be the first bull market that is led by institutions. Okay, you guys understand when a spot ETF for Bitcoin gets approved, you guys know that every pension plan in this country can buy some Bitcoin. Every real piece of money can come into Bitcoin. Right now, institutions and big pension plans, they're not getting into Bitcoin. Their risk management team is saying, heck no, you ain't buying this stuff. Why? Because if I'm going to buy $100 million of this stuff right now, let's just say I buy it on an exchange, and then we want to self-custody it. You guys think these people want to manage a 12-word phrase for $100 million and lose that 12 words and be responsible? They don't want to do that. So guess what? We could buy it through an ETF that trades at the price of the asset. Oh, and guess what? If I buy it through BlackRock, I don't got to worry. Guess what? I could just go sell it and buy it like a stock. Same philosophy, simple thing to do. And guess who's actually BlackRock's partner on their ETF? Coinbase. Okay? It's another stream of revenue for Coinbase. We like that. Okay? But I believe, like I said, at least 60%. Why do I tell you that? Because right now, 70% of the crypto market is made up of Bitcoin and ETH. 50% of the crypto industry is in Bitcoin alone. So 50% of all the money in crypto, market cap-wise, is Bitcoin. And about 20% is ETH. So that's 70%. That will change when the bull market starts, just so you guys understand. Bitcoin could potentially get up to about the 55 to 57% level It won't get past that. But it could get all the way up to 55 to 57% dominance, and then the altcoins will run. And you will see the dominance start coming down as these other coins start gaining value. A lot of these coins have just been range trading. They've already bottomed out. They've been range trading the last few months, waiting for altcoin season to happen. How does altcoin season happen? Well, people make money on the way up of Bitcoin, and they take their gains from Bitcoin, and they throw it into the altcoins. That's how the market goes. Does that make sense? Okay, that's how the game is. So, like I've been telling you guys, I personally have been dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, ETH, Cardano, Litecoin, Polkadot, and Chainlink. Why? At the end of the day, you guys know my thesis on business. My thesis on business is we bet on people. You guys agree with that? You guys agree? I don't bet on technology. I don't care about your technology. I bet on people. People win. Okay? Do you guys realize the same people consistently win no matter what they're doing in business? It's because they have the determination and the mindset to win. So I bet on people. You guys know Ethereum was really heavily developed by 3 programmers. 3 guys who were like the catalyst for it. Today, you wouldn't think of this or even hear about this. You only hear about Vitalik today, correct? When you hear about Ethereum, you hear Vitalik, Creator, etc. Who were the other 2 very influential players in the creation of Ethereum? Charles Hoskinson and Gavin Wood. Okay? What did Charles do? He went and created some other cryptocurrency called Cardano, and Gavin created another cryptocurrency called Polkadot. How many people do you know have been building blockchains for the last decade? Name me a few people who have been building blockchains for 10 plus years. So they're way than 99% of the people in the world when it comes to cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. Would you guys agree with that? Okay. So why would I bet against those people? Why? Doesn't make any sense to do it. And I would tell you the only coin that potentially could have some trouble with the SEC, in my personal opinion, out of the coins that we're dollar cost averaging into is Cardano, because it was tied up in the Coinbase and the Binance case as a potential security, right? But of course, potential security and actually being a security, completely different thing, right? We know that Ripple's been fighting their XRP case since December of 2020, and hopefully, they believe it's coming to an end very, very shortly. The outcome of that case and the rulings of that case will be precedent for these other coins if the SEC actually goes directly after them. Interesting thing with the SEC is they went after Coinbase and Binance for listing securities, but they didn't even go after the direct projects. Super weird. If something's a security and I listed a security and I created a security, I'd be breaking security laws, and you're not even going after me, you're just going after the place that it trades on? Pretty interesting as well, meaning they probably don't have great arguments. They just used it as an example to create these cases. But that all being said, Litecoin can never be a security, just so you guys know. If Litecoin's a security, Bitcoin's a security. Because Litecoin actually had a more fair launch than Bitcoin. You guys know the creator of Bitcoin, anonymous creator, right? Satoshi Nakamoto, whatever the case may be. An anonymous creator, he pre-mined 1 million Bitcoin. So he has a wallet that has 1 million Bitcoin still in it. They've never moved. So out of the 21 million that will eventually be here, that's already 1 million that's never moved. Who knows if he's dead, alive, etc. He disappeared a few years after the project was created. Okay? But he pre-mined it. So if you're going to argue security, that would lean more towards the security because it was pre-mined before the public could actually get into it. Charlie Lee, when he released Litecoin, he let the whole world know, and he didn't pre-mine coin, he actually mined with everyone else when it went live. So, if you're going to argue security law, Litecoin can never be ruled as security. Why is Litecoin a great coin? Because at the end of the day, Litecoin is just a 4x of what Bitcoin is. Meaning, there's 4 times the supply and it's 4 times the speed. Charlie Lee at the time was actually going to place